Good morning, Mr. Lambert.
Let's get into it. Mr. Lambert's DUI hearing starts off routine, but watch how fast it spirals. Between expired tags, field tests, and an open container mystery, this one turns into a legal chess match. And the judge? Laser-focused and ready to drop serious restrictions.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 1st, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle after observing it operating with an expired registration, traveling north on Kirby Drive. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed the odor of alcoholic beverage, glossy eyes, and an open container on the passenger side door.
An open container.
The passenger side door, Judge.
Standard field sobriety tests were performed. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The DIC was read, but the defendant refused. Blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Stop for
Expired registration, Your Honor.
No driving facts, Judge.
What do you mean?
It's not like he ran a red light or failing to maintain a single lane. It was simply the registration.
Get it? He's got an open container. A year and a half ago, he had one dismissed.
This is a turning point. The judge isn't just looking at the DUI itself. It's that single detail, the open container, that could wipe out his right to drive. In court, what seems small can change everything. What do you think? Should a bottle on the passenger door carry that much weight?
I understand, Judge.
Do you have any more details? Is it cold to the touch? Is it halfway down?
Passenger side door.
I know, but people can put it in the passenger side door, Marcos.
It's kind
You
of
know?
far.
No, Your Honor. The only details we have are in the passenger side door.
You don't have any more information? I mean,
Information about the container, Your Honor.
And we don't have the offense report yet, Judge.
Correct.
We just don't, that, the DIMS don't clarify whether it was cold to the touch or warm to the touch.
how long? Because if I find that it's an open container, I'm taking away his privilege to drive. And I'd like to know because,
What is it?
okay, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Lambert, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm also now putting a prohibition on your license. You're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. If I catch you driving without an interlock, I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand?
Understood.
You will not get any more PR bonds. If I find that you have an open container of alcohol in the car while you're driving, I'm going to take your privilege to drive away from you. You're not allowed to drive for any reason. I don't care. Do you understand?
Understood.
Likewise, if I find that you drive, you will go to jail, and I can have a contempt hearing because I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care if there's a burning building and 15 kittens that need to be.
And there it is, one of the most intense warnings we've ever heard. This judge doesn't just mean business, he's drawing the line in bold red ink. Even if it's life or death, drive without the interlock, and it's jail. Harsh? Maybe. But it shows how serious bond conditions really are.
Say, if you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Understood.
I don't know yet, Marcos. If he's got the open container, it's going to happen. If it doesn't,
Judge,
then I'm
again,
not.
SUV, it's an open container on the passenger side door. And I'd have to look at all the facts of the case, Judge, and talk to my client, but, you know, I've never seen a case where the open container is on the passenger side door. It seems to me.
If there was possibly someone else there, I get it.
That's exactly.
But, you know, a little ingenuity goes a long way, as they say. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, perhaps he didn't see the furtive movements. I don't know. It was late at night. What time was this?
Your Honor, this took place at midnight, Your Honor.
I don't know. Let's see what they say, and then we'll go from there. For now, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to this for now, and then I'll destroy it if they don't say that it's an open container. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll get you with Fleischer for bond conditions. You have a lawyer. I will waive your appearance while you have the lawyer, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Marcos. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, then I'm going to revoke your bond. You pick up a new case, you consume alcohol, endanger my public in any way, it's over. Say it again.
Oh, the deputy didn't answer, the judge.
So just to be clear, Judge, is he able to drive with the interlock or you're saying he cannot drive?
I mean, I guess I'll give him the benefit of the doubt now because I just don't know. But can you reach out to the officer? And then if you find that it is an open container, it's like cold to the touch, halfway, drunk, come back, let me know, and then I'm taking it away. For now, I'm ordering you not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an interlock on it. And that's it. I would hope that it's elementary that you understand you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you're driving. Elementary.
Thank you, Judge.
Please. Good morning, Mr. Duval. Sir, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The officers was dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas, in response to a disturbance with a weapon. The complainant advised that she was in her home when she heard someone knocking loudly on the front door. When the complainant's husband, the witness, opened the door, he and the defendant started arguing. The complainant stepped between them to try to stop the fight, and the defendant shoved her, causing her to fall to the ground and hit her head, causing pain. The witness told the officers that when the complainant fell, the defendant called her a dumb bitch. And when the officer spoke to the defendant, he stated that he went over to the complainant's house after the complainant and the defendant's wife got into an argument. The defendant then stated that the witness chased him with a machete and a baseball bat. The officers did not find either of those items at the location.
Who said that?
The defendant stated the witness chased him, but the officers did not find this.
Okay. Do we know if she still wants to have contact? Have you got the rip done?
The rip was done.
Yes, Judge, I spoke to this complainant, she's requested no contact. I think they're neighbors, they live about a mile away from each other. And then she's just requested that he's not allowed to come to her property either.
Okay. But the bad blood is, I guess, between the gentlemen as well, though.
I think it's between
Right.
both families. She explained to me that there was a argument that was started a couple months ago, just between them, and then it's kind of been ongoing since then.
All right, Mr. Duval, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Don't have contact with these people.
Yes, sir.
I see there's bad blood, but it's just not worth it sitting in a box 6x9 for months on end because it's just some bad blood.
Yes, sir.
Just don't go back over there. Don't have contact with them. Don't be in possession of weapons, and then everyone's happy.
One question, that is my aunt's house. So sometimes I do have to drop stuff up.
I would use someone else.
Yes, sir.
The problem is that I don't want you to go over there.
Yes, sir, I understand.
One day they're accidentally there, they start popping off to you, and then boom, you're the one that's on bond for this case. So
Sure.
even if they call the cops and it's not true and they start, fibbing and saying this, the cops come out, they're going to be on you because you got the open case,
Yes, sir.
So when you get into a pissing match with people with authority, 9 times out of 10, you're just going to lose, right? So it's best to prevent all that. So that's why we do this.
Yes,
So
sir.
just don't go over there, don't have any contact, and then we're all happy.
Yes, sir.
What do you do for a living?
Construction.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes.
What kind of money do you make a month?
Well, I just got back to work. I make right at 25 an hour.
If you want time, I can give you time to hire a lawyer. If you have any issues and you're unable,
I use Juan Vasquez.
okay. Is that, you want to go hire this person? then?
I will hire him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do
Well,
now,
I was told that I didn't need a lawyer because more than likely this would be thrown out.
do that.
Mr. Vasquez, it says something.
I don't see how anyone can say that without,
Because
okay, don't.
I didn't,
So we got a bunch of DAs here. Everything you say is recorded. They use it, so just don't. Better to have the lawyer work on it to try to work it to your favor, but just don't say anything now because anything you say, they're going to use it against you. So I'm going to have you sign a reset with Ramona. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box. I'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And then after that, you'll be free to go.
yes, sir, thank you.
So no contact, no weapon.